Hi Sobis and aspiring Sobis, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Doyen, and in this tutorial I'm going to be teaching you how to make a sweatshirt. So if this looks like what you're interested in, then you want to keep watching this video to the end. So for this tutorial, I'm going to be working with these basic materials here. The first thing I have here is this cotton rib fabric. So I'm going to be working with 2 strands of this, which is what you can see on your screen. Then I'm going to be working with this cotton fabric, which is about 2 yards. And this is the standard measurement I'm going to be working with. So we know for that delay, let's just get right into it. So the first thing I did here was to place my fabric on a double fold, because I'm going to be cutting both the front and back together. So my full length is 26 inches, so I'm going to subtract 2 inches from 26 inches, which is going to be for my waistband. So for better confirmation, I'm going to check the measurement of what I have on my waistband here, which is 2.5 inches. So by the time I'm done attaching this, I will be left with 2 inches. So remember that we took out 2 inches from the 26 inches, so what will be left to be 24 inches. So I'm just going to add half inch allowance to this 24 just for seam allowance. Then so I'm just going to rule a line across just to retain this my length measurements. So by the time I'm going to be adding my waistband to this, would have exactly 26 inches. I hope you understand. Then moving on, I'm going to measure my shoulder. So my shoulder is 18 inches. 18 inches divided by 2 is 9 inches. So I'm just going to mark that point here. Next, I'm going to come on here to measure my neckline measurement. So I'm going to measure 2.5 as my neckline width, and I'm going to come down by 1 inch as my neckline depth. So once I have that done, I'm just going to use my French curve to mark a curve around my neckline, just as you can see me do on your screen. So once I'm done with that, then I'm going to come towards here, and I'm going to come down from this point by 1 inch. So depending on how slopy your shoulder is, you can just come down by 1 inch or come down by 1.5. So I'm going to just connect this line towards my neckline, just as you can see me do on your screen. So we already have a slanted shape right here. So from this point, I'm going to come down by 8.5, which is going to serve as my armhole measurement. So once I have that marked done, I'm going to just measure my shoulder line, repeat my shoulder line measurement on this point here, which is 9 inches. So I'm just going to mark that point and make a straight line on this point here. So from this point here, I'm going to mark the center point of my armhole, which is 4 and 4.25. Then I'm going to come in from that point by 0.5. So I'm just going to extend the line of my armhole towards this area. Then from that point, I'm going to make a curve around my armhole. So I'm basically going to be connecting the dots together from here towards the center point of my armhole, then towards my shoulder line, just as you can see. Then next thing we're going to measure will be my body measurements. For my body measurements, I'm going to be working with 44 inches. So 44 inches divided by 4 is 11 inches. So I'm just going to add half inch allowance for seam. Then in total, we're going to be working with 11.5. So what we have here is 11.5. Then from my shoulder line here, I'm going to come down again, forming another line by 4 inches, which is what you can see me measure here. So I'm just going to make a curve towards the width point of my neckline, just as you can see. So basically what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to create 2 necklines here. I hope you understand. So I'm just going to start by cutting out the first neckline, which is going to serve as my back body's neckline. I hope you understand. Then I'm going to just cut out my armhole, then cut out the whole body measurements. So once I'm done cutting, I'm going to take out one piece from what we already have here. Then I'm going to cut out this second neckline. So the first one I took out is actually going to serve as the back side of my sweatshirt, while this one is going to serve as the front side of my sweatshirt. I hope you understand. So this is the front side, then the previous one, this other one here, is the back side. Next is my sleeve measurement. So after placing my fabrics on a double fold, I'm going to measure the sleeve circumference, which is 9.5. So what I did was I added 1 inch allowance to my armhole measurement to get my sleeve circumference. So for my sleeve length, I have 24 inches on my measurement book. So I'm going to subtract 2 inches from 24 inches. So what will be left with will be 22 inches. So I'm just going to go ahead and measure 22 inches as my sleeve length measurement. So You can try to add your seam allowance at this point, but I'm just going to be working with just 22 inches because I feel the length, the sleeve length measurement is even too long enough for what I need. You understand? So I'm just going to leave it at that. Then from this top point here, I'm going to come down by 3.5. Then from that 3.5, I'm going to come down again to mark 1.5. Then for my round sleeve, I have 16 inches here. Divided by 2 is 8 inches. So I'm just going to add half inch seam allowance. So my round sleeve measurement is going to be on this second line here. So I'm just going to mark that point here. Then on my down sleeve, I'm working with 12 inches. And I'm going to add half inch seam allowance to that. So 12 inches divided by 2 is 6 inches. Then I'm going adding 0.5 to that would give us 6.5. So I'm just going to mark that point here. So the 6.5, the down sleeve measurement is going to be connected towards my round sleeve measurement here. Then I'm just going to connect that line towards this sleeve circumference, just as you can see. Then from that point, I'm going to just make a curve, round as my sleeve curve, just as you can see here. So once you have that done, you're just going to be cutting out what you have here. So after cutting, I'm just going to come up here to notch this center point of my sleeve. So the next thing here is my neckline band. So I'm just going to measure what I have here. So what I have on my circumference is 9.5, which is okay for my random measurement. Then for the length of my neckline band, I'm going to measure 3 inches on different angle here. So you can decide to work with your fabric if you are working with a stretchy fabric, or you work with your cotton rib for your neckline band. So I'm just going to cut out what I have here. So to determine the measurement for my waistband, I'm going to be working with the body measurement. So remember that while we're measuring the body measurement, we measured 11.5. So I'm going to take out the sewing allowance, then we'll be left with 11 inches. So from the 11 inches, I'm going to subtract 3 inches from it. Then we'll be left with 8 inches. So on my waistband, I'm going to multiply the 8 inches by 2. So 8 times 2 is 16 inches. So on my waistband, I'm just going to fold my waistband into 2, just as you can see me do on your screen. So while on that, I'm going to measure 16 inches. Now this 16 inches will not include the seam allowance because I'm working with a very stretchy cotton rib. So I'm just going to cut out the 16 inches. So in total we have 32 inches here, and my body measurement is 44 inches. I hope you understand now at this point. So here is what we have. So I'm just going to put this aside. So for my wristband, I'm going to measure what we have on my down sleeve. What we have here is 6.5. So I'm going to subtract 2 inches from the 6.5. So we'll be left with 4.5 inches. So on my wristband, I'm going to multiply 4.5 by 2. So I'm going to measure 9 inches. So after that, I'm just going to cut out what we have here, and I'm basically going to be coupling everything together. So the first thing you want to do here is to join our shoulder lines together. So this is the back side of my sweatshirt. So I'm going to place the front side on it, just as you can see, the front side facing each other, while the wrong side is the one that is outside. I hope you understand. So I'm just going to join, make a straight stitch here, and on the other side as well. So after joining, this is what it looks like. So I'm going to turn this over to the right face. Then I'm going to be attaching my sleeve to my armhole. So I'm going to just locate the center point of my sleeve, then position it on the joining of my shoulder, just as you can see, pin it down, then make a stitch around my armhole, just as you can see. So I'm also going to repeat the same thing on the other side of my sleeve as well. After sewing, this is what it looks like. So I'm just going to be connecting my sleeve together like this. Then I'm going to pin this point. So you want to pin this point so that it doesn't alternate each other. Then I'm going to pick my joining from this part of my sleeve down to the body area. So I'm basically sewing from this point downward. I'm also going to repeat the same thing on the other side as well. So after sewing, this is what it looks like. I'm just going to confirm my body measurement. So after that, I'm just going to join my waistband together. So I'm going to spread it out like this, then join on this part of my waistband. So after joining, I'm going to knot this other part of my waistband here. So this is going to be forming two different points. So the joining part is a point, while the other part that has been knot is also a point. So I'm going to position my waistband like this. So the part that has the joining is going to align together with the side joining. I'm going to pin it down here, while the other part that has been notched will also align with the other joining that we have here. So I'm going to also pin this down here. So basically I'm going to be stretching my elastic to fit into what we have here. So while I am sewing, I'm going to be stretching my elastic around my waistband. So after sewing, this is what it looks like. Next, I'm going to join my waistband together. So this is my wristband. I'm just going to make a stitch on this part of my wristband. So after sewing, I'm going to tuck it in like this. Then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side as well. So on my wristband, we have a joining already. So what I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to align the joining part of my wristband towards the joining part of my sleeve, just as you can see me illustrate on your screen. So basically I'm going to be sewing this round. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other one as well. So while sewing, I'm going to be stretching the band to fit into the measurement that I have on my down sleeve. So next thing I'm going to measure here is my neckline circumference. So I'm going to measure what we have round my circumference here. So what we have here is going to determine what we're going to use for our neckline band. So what we have here is measured as 9.5, which is what you can see on your screen. So I'm going to subtract 2 inches from 9.5. So on my neckline band here, I'm going to measure 7.5 as my circumference. So I'm just going to cut that out. Then I'm going to stitch on this part of my neckline band. So once I'm done stitching here, I'm going to fold it like this, just like we did previously for the wristband. So this is how it is going to be. Then from this shoulder line of my neckline, I'm going to come behind by 1 inch. So from this point, I'm going to position the joining part of my neckline band on this particular point here. So I'm going to position it here, then pin it down. So the essence of this is so that the joining part of your neckline band doesn't appear at the front side of your neckline band. I hope you understand. So basically, I'm going to be stretching my neckline band to fit into what we have on my neckline circumference. So after sewing, I'm just going to turn this over to the right face. So this is what the neckline area looks like. So moving on, I'm going to be attaching a taping band on the back side of my neckline band. So I'm going to start from the joining of my shoulder line towards the other joining on the back side of my neckline. So after sewing, this is what it looks like. So I'm just going to top stitch on the other line. So after sewing, this is what my neckline area looks like. So the next thing I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to top stitch around my waistband. So after top stitching, this is what my sweatshirt looks like. So this is the neckline area. You can decide to top stitch the front side of your neckline, but I'm just going to leave mine like this. So I learned that you've been watching my videos and you're yet to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Why now? Please kindly subscribe now. Like this particular video, comment and share, and I'll see you again in the next class. Bye.